Have you ever tried to draw a nose and it ended up looking flat, cartoonish, or just wrong? You're not alone, but in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to draw a realistic nose with depth and shadow, step by step. Let's begin. First, I sketch the basic outline of the nose using a light pencil like an HB. To keep everything accurate, I start by drawing a rectangle, and then I draw the nose inside that rectangle. Now I go over the main lines like the nostrils and the sides of the nose with a darker pencil line. I also lightly mark the areas where the darkest shadows will be. Next, I begin shading the darker areas using hatching. Depending on the shadow, I use lighter or heavier strokes to build up the contrast. The darkest parts are the nostrils. I press down more with my pencil to make them really dark. I shade the whole surface of the nose using hatching. Since the light hits the center of the nose more, I shade that area more lightly. Now I use a blending stump to gently blend the hatched shadows. To blend small or narrow areas, use the tip of the blending stump. For larger areas, use the side of it and softly rub it over the shading. You can control how dark or light the shading looks by changing how much pressure you apply. Now I use a darker pencil like 4B or 6B to darken the nostrils and the lines under and around the nose. Once again, I blend these new dark shadows using the blending stump. With an HB pencil, I go back over the earlier shadows and hatch over the areas that need more depth or a stronger shading. This helps the nose gradually take its final form. Just like before, I use the blending stump again and adjust the pressure depending on how dark each area is. This helps blend the hatched areas smoothly. To add highlights and bring out the light on the nose, I use a kneaded eraser. I shape the eraser into a small, narrow, sharp tip and gently erase tiny, bright areas. A kneaded eraser is great for softly and naturally adding highlights to your drawing. For small pinpoint highlights, I just press the sharp tip of the eraser onto the paper and lift it. In this way, I erase any area that needs a bit of light. I shape the eraser differently depending on the size and shape of each highlight. Now I go back in with a dark pencil like a 6B to deepen the darkest areas even more and add more shading. As always, I use the blending stump again to soften and blend the new shadows, making them look smoother and more natural. With a sharp pencil, I now carefully draw the fine details, like small lines and edges around the nose, to make the drawing more precise and defined. Finally, using my pencil, kneaded eraser, and blending stump, I touch up any areas that need fixing or adjustment. This is how I complete the drawing and bring it to its final form. here it is, the final result. If this video helped you, give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more drawing tutorials like this. I post new videos every week to help you level up your art. Keep sketching and see you in the next one.